So this is a call to order for the DEIB committee on November 4th, 6:46. The chair for the DEIB committee has resigned. Ashley Hanson Brown is going to run through the agenda for us and take it away, Ashley.
All right. So today we're going to start with an introduction of our new member, Jane. Welcome, Jane, to the committee. Thanks for joining us today. And then we will talk about committee reorganization. So since our previous chair is no longer a member of the committee, it's time for us to pick a new one. Anyone want to volunteer? That's what I thought. Okay,
And
I'll do
you
it.
know,
I'll do it. I'll do it.
I
I'll also take the notes for today just because I was already doing that. But since I'm going to be taking on the chair role, that means somebody else needs to take on the secretary role. So Phil
Yep.
or
And
Jane.
what you could do today, Ashley, is just call for a vote for the chair, and then at the next meeting, call for a vote for the secretary.
Okay. So call. So do I just what do I say? Call.
So you can just ask for a motion. You can either make the motion or you can ask for a motion to select the next chair. And then if you want to make the motion yourself, you just choose yourself, and or if Phil wants to make the motion for you, and then you just need a second for that.
Okay.
okay. So Ashley, are you sure you want to do this?
Yeah, I can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't
She's
Okay.
gonna
worry.
need lots of help for me.
Yeah. Well, and then Phil, maybe you're gonna be the next secretary, so we'll just we'll just
I'm
trade.
I'm I'm a horrible secretary. I can tell you that right away. I'm scrambling through pages of stuff I wrote down in different places and spaces. But I nominate Ashley.
Okay, we just need a second.
I second.
Okay, and then so Ashley, what we'll do is we'll ask for a roll call vote. So I'll start with Ashley,
Yes, I.
Phil,
Aye.
Jane.
Aye.
Thank you. The motion was approved. All right, you are the new chair.
The power. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so does anybody want to nominate themselves for secretary now or hold off until next meeting?
I'll nominate myself. Might as well just knew everything.
All right, I second that.
All right. So then you'll just ask for, so
Oh,
you'll
right,
just
it's
ask for a
me.
roll call vote.
I
Yep.
have to do stuff now. Okay. So roll call vote for Jane as new secretary. I'll start with myself. I.
Aye.
Aye.
All right. So motion to approve Jane as secretary passed. Woohoo!
And I can just give you a quick rundown, Jane. So what Ashley's done in the past, and it's been fantastic. She takes the notes. They don't have to be super like detailed. You don't have to do word for word or anything like that. Just whatever you're comfortable with. And then you send them to me before the next meeting, and then I put them in the meeting packet, and they get voted on at the next meeting. So if you have any questions on that, you can feel free to reach out to me.
Thank you kindly.
All right.
And then just to not to take over the agenda item, but you can use this opportunity. Phil has had emailed me with some good ideas on how the committee can move forward with different agenda items, coming up with agenda topics and things like that. If Phil wants to, because would fall under organization of the committee, if Phil wants to kind of speak to that, now would be a good time, and then you guys can continue that conversation when you get your next meeting scheduled.
Sounds great.
Okay.
Take it away, Phil.
Okay. Yeah. What I was thinking was once we decide in which directions we're going to go in and how the chair determines what we will prioritize, a couple of things are still hanging out there, if I have it correctly, like renaming the committee from DEIB to something else. It seems that that is still open, and maybe that warrants a discussion because there seems to be a cloudy area there where DEIB is associated with a handout, which is more like affirmative action back in the 80s when it was necessary. Affirmative action was a mandate. and DEIB is not. And if you don't mind, if I can just give a couple of examples. It's not only has to do with ethnicity, it doesn't have to do entirely with color, it doesn't have to do with original background or race. And a good example of that is ADA, Americans with Disabilities. And if you look at it that way, it's a much bigger tent, right? That there's enough space for nearly anyone and everyone. And if we just isolate that to the citizens or community in Bridgewater, everybody should be welcome because we have differences that expand beyond what we would typically think of when we think of, again, going back to affirmative action. So it's not certainly not a handout or a lift up or something that is given to any individual from any group that they haven't worked for. Does any of that make sense?
And I can actually speak a little bit from the town's perspective on this. Um, so I did talk to the town manager, because Josh had been presenting this to us for, I want to say since back in August or maybe even a little bit before that. So I did bring this to his attention. Um, I think I think maybe let me rewind a little bit. So we're going to start having our committees come to town council meetings and doing a presentation. I don't know if I mentioned that at one of our meetings, but what we want to do is just allow our committees to come, kind of speak to what they're working on, what their makeup is, what their mission is, and stuff like that. Um, I think that's a better opportunity than, or I think that's a great opportunity for you guys to convey that message that you have. Um, the problem with changing the name is it's a charter change that would have to happen. So that would have to be submitted to the town council. It would have to go through, I think it'd have to go through like rules and procedures committee and things like that. And the committee itself was created from an ad hoc committee that the town council had put together. So I
Mhm.
think that the name change might be a little bit more tricky and to get done versus you guys putting some effort into maybe presenting soon to the town council. But that's just my opinion on it, and kind of the information that I've found so far. I just hate for you guys to kind of spin your wheels on a name change when you want to get that message out to the citizens.
That sounds like a great idea. I mean, right now it is DEIB, right?
Yes, and yes, yeah, it's DEIB, not DEI. It's DEIB. It's on the website as diversity, equity,
Right.
inclusion, belonging. So.
Belonging. Yeah. And maybe I forgot to be the second or third time I said it, but I'm advocating to keep it the same. And Ashley, if I recall correctly, you have a colleague at the university who um, may have gone down this road and kind of doubled down on keeping it as DEIB at Bridgewater State.
Sort of. So at BSU, there's the Martin Richard Institute for Social Justice, which used to be called just the Institute for Social Justice, but renamed themselves after Martin Richard was killed in the Boston Marathon bombing. So it's not
Hmm.
quite the same thing. It wasn't necessarily a reaction to any negative connotations, um, but they did go through a renaming process. But it was quite a while ago.
And they came up with DEIB.
No, they ended up calling, so they were just the Institute for Social Justice, and then they became the Martin Richard Institute for Social Justice. So it's not,
Okay.
DEIB is actually not in their name at all. It was just a similar-ish renaming process.
Okay. All right. I misunderstood then.
Yeah, I don't know anybody who has renamed from DEIB to something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just kind of expanding on what I was saying about the name change. So you guys are advisory to the town manager. So not only would it have to go to town council, but the town manager would have to feel that, he wanted to have this, yeah, after taking whatever, statement you guys had sent to him, he would then have to take it to town council. It wouldn't be as easy as, you guys just submit something to town council or get a sponsor. He would have to go through the whole advisory process. Um, so that's kind of where I left off with Josh on it, because we had talked a couple times about it, and just the progress on how you guys could or make progress on it. But that's kind of the last little bit we had before he resigned.
Okay, so it sounds like the decision's already been made to rename it from DEIB to
No,
something else.
no decision has been made to rename it. What I was saying is when I talked to Josh last and just talking with the town manager, the process to rename it is going to be it can be tricky, because like I said, it's going to have to be a charter change. Um, and when Josh and I left off on it, we were essentially saying get your message out there versus changing the name. That was essentially where we left off on that.
I'm on board with
Okay.
keeping it the same. I think you know, there's a lot of benefits to not backing away from the name, even if some people might not like it.
Because, at least in our corner of the world, we can, um, expand and show what it really is intended to mean.
Yep.
And
Yeah, and that's what I was saying with the presentation to the town council. I think that'd be a great opportunity for you guys to get that message out.
right. Okay. That sounds great.
Josh, is there a time at which we should expect to come to the town council, or is it kind of on our timeline of when we feel ready to do that?
It's definitely in your timeline. So right now, I think we're all set for presentations until February to March. Um, and I think that's actually good for you guys because you guys are a very new committee, new group of volunteers. Some of our more veteran committees are going, they already had presentations ready. So that'll be something that I can let you know what day, what town council meeting these committees had presented at, so you guys can get kind of a structure and idea. What kind of the engagement you're probably going to have with the town council. That way you guys can just go back and watch it. And then, if you guys need any resources or if there's any of the presenters that you wanted to connect with, I can always help you guys connect with them. So
Okay.
anytime you guys are ready, I would probably aim for spring or summer at this rate.
Sounds good. It's 6:59, and I think we're supposed to wrap up at 7. Is that right?
Nope, you guys don't have a time limit.
Oh, okay.
I'd prefer if it didn't go over, 4 hours, but
Oh, yeah, you don't want to
um,
be here until midnight? What?
yeah. No, you guys are good for timing. I do have to get off in about 10 minutes. So you guys are welcome to continue on discussion. I would try to limit what you discuss because the agenda items are kind of specific right now with the reorganization. If you guys were interested in meeting sooner rather than later, we can still schedule that for the 11/18 date. Um, you guys again, depending on everybody's appetite for the commitment to the meetings, you guys can meet more frequently at the start, and then kind of go into kind of a once a month schedule if you'd prefer later on. But that's completely up to you guys. I'll leave that up to you.
Does that sound good to you both, Phil and Jane, meeting on the 18th, and we can add some more agenda items to have a broader discussion at that point?
Yeah, that sounds about right. Um, in the meantime, Josh, I think we set a protocol that if we have any ideas or anything else comes up, or if we want to put something else on the agenda, we go to you first. And
Yep.
then you're the star point. and you send out the information to everybody.
Yep. Yeah. So if Jane or Phil, if either of you have some ideas for the next agenda, send it to me. I'll get it over to Ashley. I'm going to work with Ashley on getting the next agenda set up. I would just ask that you guys have your thoughts or requests in by the 12th. So the meeting postings have to go out 48 hours ahead of time, not including weekends. So I have to, so that we're in open meeting law requirements, I'd have to get everything posted by the 14th.
To
So
circle back. Oh,
no, go ahead.
go ahead.
I was just gonna circle back to you. Yeah, go ahead, Jane.
No worries. My apologies. As much as I would love to meet on the 18th, I actually put my name in for the school committee as well. So I will be attending this the town council meeting on the 18th to pitch and go from there. So I unfortunately will be unavailable during the 18th to try to serve our community more. Apologies, but other than that,
No,
yeah.
that's good to hear. So I can give you guys some other dates that I'm available.
Yeah, that was
If you
so
guys want
well
me
put.
intermeeting to help.
That was so well put, Jane.
Thank you.
You were right to the point.
Thank
And
you.
kind about it. You just let it down slowly. So there is a town council meeting on the 18th then.
Yes,
Okay. You
at
know,
6:30, I believe.
yeah, I'm just wondering, and maybe you can clarify, Josh. Um, are we wedded to the 18th? If there's a town council meeting, maybe for speaking as another newbie alongside of Jane there, maybe it would benefit us to go to the town council meeting and see how that goes, see what the
No,
feel is.
there's no requirement for the 18th. That was just a date that I have you guys open for Tuesdays, so that was the best date. I have another commitment on Monday and Wednesday of that week. Um, you guys are more than welcome to meet without me. I'm just trying to be here for you guys as much as possible, just to kind of get you guys up to speed. But if you guys wanted to meet the day before, um, I could get you guys started at 6:30.
Ashley, that's your call.
Yeah, I would definitely rather meet with Josh present at least for a while. I'm sorry, I missed the part where you said the other days that you could do, Josh, of the
Um,
Tuesdays.
so I couldn't do most of that week other than Tuesday. The following week should be good for the 25th or the 26th, but 26th is the day before Thanksgiving, so everybody might be with family on that day.
Yeah. Are either of you available on the 25th?
I'm available.
I think so. I
And that
would
that actually might be a good opportunity because if you Phil had mentioned going to the town council meeting, um, if you guys want to get some thoughts or agenda items, you could get it to me by the 20th, after you gone to the town council meeting, and I can get it on the agenda then.
yeah, yeah.
If you're hesitating, Phil, we can always look at the following week instead.
You mean after the 25th?
Yeah, if the 25th might not be good for you, we could always look at December 2nd instead.
No, here's my thought, and I'm kind of like bearing myself here, but um, whatever we come up with, that just pushes it further out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we would be on our third meeting and not having anything substantive written in stone. So, and hence that's why I say, let's figure out what direction we want to go in and what our priorities are, and then dole those out so we can work collaboratively and, get things done and have something to present when we go to town hall as a committee. Say, here's where we started, or at least here's where we are, or minimally where we're going, and these are the reasons why.
Yeah.
You weren't going on the 18th to the town council, were you?
Not as a committee.
Oh,
No.
no, not as a committee. No,
Okay, okay.
just
I just want to make sure that wasn't
I
public.
can, I can pull back on that, but I just thought it'll be great, at least, and I don't know if you've been to any of the town council meetings, Ashley, but yeah. So I don't know how they work.
No, but I mean, I
So,
definitely, I wrote it in my calendar to see if I can go that day since we're not going to meet as a committee that day. So I'm definitely on board with attending it.
They're
So
just more formal versions of what we're doing right now.
are they also on Zoom
No, you can watch it on Facebook.
or be there in
Um,
person, or is it only?
you can be there in person.
Okay,
You can watch it on Facebook or YouTube
gotcha.
or
wow.
BTV. So there's three different ways. There, you just can't. If you were going to make any like take any of the public comment time, you can't do it through Zoom or anything like that.
But you
Um,
can go in person just to attend.
yep,
Okay,
yep. Um, so that is the 18th. That'd be the next meeting. I don't have anything scheduled for the 12th. If you guys were trying, if you guys wanted to meet sooner rather than later, if that's what Phil is trying to say. Um,
I could do that.
We can do that.
Can do.
Phil,
Yep.
All right,
12th?
great.
Is that good for you? 6:30?
Yeah, 6:30, or would something later work better? I'm fine either way.
Can can we push it back? The only thing, if not, I can work on my end. I just get done with my client at 6:30. I'm a BT. I'm a behavioral tech. But again, if you guys can push it back, I'd be grateful. If not, I can work with that.
6:45 maybe? That's about what we
I'd
start
love
at
Well,
this time?
Does
if we could
that
keep it
work?
to like every
No, go
half
ahead.
hour,
Oh, you want to keep
um,
hours? Okay.
yeah, that's because most of the committees start around that. That way, when you change things too much, people, yeah. So seven, if seven works for everybody, I can schedule it for November 12th at 7 o'clock.
That works for me.
Thank you. If it works
Yep.
for you.
So
At
if
7.
everybody could just get their thoughts on agenda items to me by Thursday,
Okay.
no later than Thursday, that way I can get the posting in because it is a holiday next Tuesday, so one day off.
Sounds good. Yeah, one of the things that I'm going to propose to Phil's point about wanting to have more actionable, a more concrete plan is I'm going to ask Josh to send around the documents from when the committee was created, which included a pretty extensive survey and a lot of great recommendations about things that the committee could do. So I think one of the things that we can put on the agenda for next time is for everybody to have looked at that and identified a couple of things that they think it would be nice for us to focus on, and then we can decide collaboratively what we want our main priorities to be.
I like that.
Sounds great.
Yeah, that's actually a great idea, Ashley. And what we can do is if you have it as an agenda item, um, would I'll attach it as a part of the packet so that if any citizens wanted to go back and say, "Oh, what were you guys talking about?" They can just pull up the packet and it'll already be in there for them.
Perfect. Sounds good. And it's a long document, so I hope nobody should feel pressured to read everything exactly, but just take a look through. There's great recommendations sprinkled throughout, so you can see what catches your attention. That would be good for us to focus on.
Yay.
All right.
Sounds
Awesome.
great.
Cool. So, do I have to call a vote to adjourn, or do I just motion to adjourn?
Yep. So you can ask for a motion to adjourn.
Is there a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Come on, Jane.
I motion to adjourn the meeting.
I second the motion.
I third the emotion.
Do we also have to do a roll call vote for this, or do we?
You do.
Okay, roll.
Once you guys are if you guys are ever meet in person, you can do a voice vote for that. You don't have to roll call, but
Gotcha.
Wait a minute, we can meet in person?
You can, but it's very, very difficult because, and I can give you guys a quick rundown of that right now. So if you guys tried to meet in person tonight, there'd be no chance of it because the town council's meeting tonight and they have their own
Right.
committees and they take up, so we only have a few rooms that actually, can
Can hold
record and
people.
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah. And a lot of times those, rooms are, we have a lot of committees. We have a lot of, just different things happening in town. So it's very hard to get those rooms reserved. Right now,
yeah,
Zoom is probably the best until we can upgrade our
yeah,
capabilities for that.
yeah. Okay, but it's good to know. I think, and maybe I may be out on the island by myself, but I don't know. Every once in a while, it's great to get together in person, even
Yeah,
if
and if
it's
that's
for
something
a
you guys want to
shorter
do,
meeting.
if that's something you guys want to do, and we can get a quorum of people of members that want to attend in person, I'm happy to get a room reserved for you guys and get you set up for that.
Yeah,
I would some of our committees do that on occasion. If they need to be in person to see any type of documentation or things like that, we'll do a special meeting to get them in there in person. I think right now, or I think what Zoom is great for is everybody's schedule is sometimes conflicting.
sure.
Like it looks like Jane is in a car right now, so um, it might be a little tricky sometimes depending on schedules. And Zoom kind of bridges that gap. But yeah, if you guys in the future want to do it in person, we'll get it set up.
All
Yeah,
right, great.
if that works, I Zoom has a great place, so it's really convenient. Doesn't have to be often, just every now and then.
Yeah, I would
For
like that
to
too.
meet in person every now and then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Change
Yeah,
it up a little bit.
yeah. Okay.
All right, great. Okay, so roll call vote on our motion to adjourn the meeting. I say aye. Phil,
Aye.
Jane.
I
All right, the meeting's adjourned. Go team. See you in